Camera on. Is it on? Yep, yep.
And I think we have people in the house. Ingrid is here.
Hi, Ingrid.
Probably need to turn my volume off on everything else.
Yeah, I already did that, I think.
I think I'm behind the time, so let me just take a look and make sure YouTube is working here.
Yeah, I'm waiting for it to come up on. There we go. It's just come up on my device. So, yeah.
Yep, we're on board. So there we go.
All right.
Hello from Norway, Ingrid. Yes. Hi, Cindy Bagley.
Hi,
How's
Sybil.
everybody doing?
All right. I don't
There's
know that
Sybil.
my ideas fully formed in my head yet, but I started to form an idea. I was going to trim these, but I guess I'm not going to now. I think you made this one, Peg.
Hi, Andrea.
It
Hello, Carla. So I think Shel's decided she's gonna gel print over some of these, right?
Yeah, I'm just going to show different ways to alter them. I mean, they're already backgrounds, right? But one of the very first things that you can do if you want to print it out to look a little bit different is you can print it in grayscale. These are printed in grayscale. I don't know if anybody was ever thinking about that, but this one was all red and everything. And then when you print it in grayscale, it just becomes tonal. And this is one of those marbled ones. So I printed a couple of those. I printed some color ones, and then I'm going to do some gel printing and maybe some other techniques of how you could alter them before you even start using them in your art. Before you put them in anything, you could change the way they look. Just print it out of the printer. And I had to print them on my inkjet because my new laser printer is being a jerk.
Yeah.
So
we decided maybe not right before the show was the best time to mess around.
Yeah, I figured out how to clear the memory because apparently its memory was full, and that's the reason it wouldn't print. I don't know what its memory is full of, but I think its memory is full of nonsense.
Yeah, I think you're right.
But anyway, that's how my morning was going.
So yes, Peggy, absolutely. Good morning and happy Earth Day. I'm so glad you brought that subject up because our planet is very important. And I've got this little stencil from Stencil Girl, from my friend at Stencil Girl, Mary. She does a lot of travel stencils and map stencils and that sort of thing. So I think I'll pull this out. I'm sorry, go ahead.
Oh, I was going to say she also makes nautical designs.
Yes.
She makes a lot of that type of stuff.
I have her book about making art with maps.
Yeah, she's really into maps.
Yeah. So anyway, I had yesterday I was fooling around because I'd gone out to the doctor, had some things to do, and then I came home and I was kind of doing some lap stuff with watercolor upstairs, and so I have this. Hi, Barb. Happy Earth Day, Shirley. Yes, good day for the Earth. We hope everybody has a wonderful walk today. I've been working out in the garden. It's been kind of spring-like here. I've got people coming to take some old stumps and things out. So I think to start this, I'm just going to maybe put some color over the top of this earth. Got some Bombay India ink here. Oh boy, if I can get the lid off. That's always the challenge, right?
It is. My India inks, I had them out the other day, not this week, because this week I haven't done anything because I've succumbed to the pressure of a 100-day project and lost my mojo. But yeah, I had them out and I couldn't even get the lids off of them, and I had to go get a little jar opener thing, and then it was
Uh-huh.
just sliding all over them and not doing anything. I was getting pretty frustrated.
Oh,
So I guess India ink, not only is it permanent when it's dry, it's also permanently stuck shut.
well, it does get like ink, you know, where it makes that crust on the edge.
So this one is really cool, but I think I want to stick with, I made it into a neutral because I printed it in grayscale, and I think I want to stick with neutral colors with it. Also, I think I'm going to keep it black and white and gray. Maybe some silver. I don't know. What do you think? I tore them down so that I could, because I got out 2 small gel plates. So I tore them down so I can make them smaller. And I also just have out some regular paper too. So I can just keep gel printing after I'm done with these. I don't know, maybe that's what I'll do.
So I've got this piece. I put a little bit of pixie spray on the back of this because I want it to stick down. And then I'm just going to take this Bombay ink and go over the stencil.
Will they both fit on here? They might both fit. Look at that.
Let's see if I can keep it from creeping. It's pretty juicy.
That's creepy.
Oh, yeah. That worked pretty well. Okay, we'll try that again. I like it.
It's fun to have neutral stuff. I've decided after years and years that I like having some blacks and whites and stuff like that.
Yeah.
Personal.
Yeah, you're absolutely right.
I never used to make, intentionally make that type of stuff, but I do now. All right, what shall I do? I didn't get out very much stuff here.
Well, I think it's important to, not only pick your color palette, but to have the neutrals that work in with it.
Yeah, I think so too.
Okay, so I have some globe looking things here on that paper. I think I need to let that dry a little bit, but I still have all this ink, so I'm going to go back to my watercolor journal and
This is still wet enough.
I think I'll just pick it up with this tissue and do a little bit of painting, tissue painting.
This will come up and it's not too dry.
And not waste that ink.
Oh, it did good. All right. So see, that makes such a big difference, just printing a little bit of lines over the top of it. Over the marble. Marbly. Also, this one's cool. Use them together. That stencil is called Periodic Table. And
That's cool. I love it.
When I first saw it, I'm like, I don't know. But then once I decided to go ahead and purchase it, I was pretty happy.
Well, you got a lot of those math science ones that Kat Kerr came out with. I am envious. I'm waiting for sale stuff.
Yeah.
Because I like some of those, but I'm waiting patiently or impatiently, whatever.
Probably impatiently. I think it's more impatiently.
Yeah.
Let's see. Do I have a piece that's 6 inches?
Well, that's pretty cool. Got my little world map there. collage fodder, right?
Yep. So this, I can maybe pick up on one of these.
Hi, Laura. And Mel, good morning.
Black. Blacky black black. So when you're feeling less than inspired and you can't decide what you want to do, get out your gel plate.
Yep, it's a good thing to do.
Yeah.
Oh, I was going to show you guys. I've been working on, in the background, I've been working on a few projects. Do you guys, I don't know if you guys know who Eileen Hull is. She's a designer for physics. And she makes these journal dies. And I was watching her the other day, and she was making this wrap journal, and I happen to have the die. And she was making it with putting foam on the inside here of the two layers. So that's what I did. I die cut. I just glued this. I need to flatten it out and lay it down. But I die cut leather, and then I put a layer of foam in between, which is, let's see if I have a piece of here. This is just regular, like, fun foam type foam. And then I glued it. My glue isn't quite dry yet. I glued it with, this is some metallic type paper on the inside. So I did all of that, and then I ran it through the die machine. And so I'm gonna lay this down flat and put a weight on it until it's done drying. But this is a wrap journal that I made in that fashion that did not have the foam inside. This is just, I did this one with the leather. As you see, it's just the leather. And then I put some, what do they call this, file folder material on the inside here. And then I wrapped the leather and made a little pocket so that I can add papers and things in here. This is just a little watercolor piece that I've been working on. You probably have seen some of the photos of these as I'm working on the daily stuff, right? So this is just watercolor paper that's stuck in here. And I can make this permanent just by, stitching in a binding. But then these are little signatures that I made out of the papers from the group. So I've got these little signatures in here. I can pull, because I did it with the elastic, I can pull the signature out and work on it if I want to. I can just take this out, because I stitched my little booklet. So now I've got these little booklets from the papers that are in the group. And then, I can work on this, and it can go right back in my journal. And then when I'm done, I can actually stitch this in here permanently and make this a permanent journal, or recycle the cover and use it like this and make a different cover for it, however I want to. So I've got some heavyweight black cardstock in here if I want to doodle, say if I want to doodle with a white pen. This is a lot of fun to work with because that black and the white contrast is just real standout. And what Shel was talking about with the neutrals, this is kind of where I'm headed with this, doing the doodles with the black and white. Okay. And then I made a couple of envelopes out of the paper the other day, so I can stick some dies or some extra pieces into these envelopes, stick them in here, grab a pen, stick it on here, and this is good to go. This is something I can throw in a bag or take with me to work on. And I've got a cute little wrap journal. And I always like the leather. I was talking to a gal on YouTube, and she said she had excess leather, and so I talked to her, and she sent me a nice box of leather pieces that were just her scraps, and so that's what I'm making this out of, is just some leather scrap.
It's pretty cool that you can get pieces from somebody. I've looked around before to try to, just have some leather for different projects, and it's not as easy to find as you would think.
Yeah, I used to go, when we were still going out, I used to go to the secondhand stores, and I would pick up old jackets and purses and things like that that had good leather on them, where I could just cut a piece out of it and recycle it.
Smart. Let's see. Oh yeah, that's cool. I was thinking that would pick up the. Look at that. Picked up all that excess silver that I had on there. Looks so pretty.
Anyway, that's something I was working on this week. And then, of course, we've got these scraps, which are going to be good for something.
Did you see what Callie said? She said that AGOS is her favorite thing about Thursday.
Oh, how nice.
Yeah, isn't that a nice thing to say?
Well, probably my favorite thing about Thursday too. So anyway, don't discard these scraps. These are my collage fodder stuff, but now I've got my earth here that I could do an Earth Day page with. And I could definitely do it on, some of these other pieces that we have been collecting in the group. We've got all these lovely backgrounds, so we could do something toned down maybe.
Wow.
So there's lots of choices here. That's a little too monochromatic. Some of these I printed double-sided.
Neutrally things.
That might be a good choice.
I forgot to put on lotion on my hand.
Yeah, I like that. That would make a nice journal page.
In my way. In my way.
So let me
Oh,
the watercolor aside for a minute. A journal that probably needs something in it.
Just looking for things that are stencils that are like right on the ground next to me. Because they haven't been put away.
Not that I don't have tons of journals sitting around. It's a black one. I don't know if I want to go to black. This one might do. Yeah. That looks like the ticket.
This would go really well with this that I was working on. Oh yeah, those would be great together. So Southwesty.
No, that's not what I'm looking for. Okay, so let me grab this. This was
Whatever it
something
is
I
you're
had
looking
been
for,
working
I
on.
didn't take it. I'm pretty sure I did not take it.
Yeah.
Peggy, do you like brown? Peggy likes brown, I think.
Good. We need brown, right? We need brown.
I have to have it. Doesn't mean I have to like it, though. But I like it in this application that I'm doing here. This one was on, you know, these are the papers from, well, that didn't even come up. These are the papers from, that I printed off from the group, right? And this
Right.
one just had all these rusty brown, blacks, but no real pattern to it. And, you know, I add a little bit of that Van Dyke brown. It's like, yum. You just have to say yum.
Yeah, I do.
Pick up this off my plate. Of course, here in Arizona, it's nice and hot and there's very low humidity, so my plate is drying really quickly, like it does. But that gives you the opportunity to do this pickup type of print, which is what I like anyway. These are my favorites anyway. Oops. Let's see what we get if I find a piece of paper. Pickup prints are grungelicious.
I wasn't sure where I was going with this today, but you guys with Earth Day have inspired me with the whole Earth thing.
Yeah, see, grungelicious. Grungelicious. You still got some of that pattern, but then you've got a lot of places where it's not, and it just makes me happy. Need crusty bits. That's what we need. More crusty bits. Plates are too clean. Gotta build them up.
So let's see. Did I get that about right? Almost. Good enough. Okay. So
The table square. Any place. Here's some on the table. Well, that might be fun. Did I have another one of those? No, I guess I didn't. Shoot. I didn't print very many because it was a last minute thing because we were messing with my stupid printer, which was being stupid. So then I had to run in there really fast and print on my other printer.
all right, I know I have. Yeah, this will do.
Let's see, what do I want to print that onto? One of these, maybe. Well, that could be interesting. Let's find out. It's going to take away the light, a lot of the bright color on here. Yeah, now you could use a Baron, and I actually wish that I had a Baron. I've really been wanting a Baron to print with because that's like it's like a thing with a handle for printing, for printmaking, and it would really save people's hands to use that. So that is interesting. See, you get the bright color shining through. Then you can also do something.
So you guys know that I am not interested in cooking all that much. So if you don't have a Baron, you may have meat tenderizer.
Oh yeah.
So this
that's
is
really
my,
like that.
this is what I use. Not this side, but this side.
Yeah. I just want a plastic there, and I just want. Oh yeah, that turned out cool. These are such cool stencils. These ones made by Trish McKinney, I think her name is.
Yeah, I love them.
I still have
She has
some.
great designs.
Yeah, I like these, like, I don't know, what do you want to call it exactly? They're vines and things like that.
It's just very organic, very natural.
Yeah. She also is the one that made those really interesting leaves a while back for Stencil Club, I think.
Yeah.
Those were cool. I haven't had those out in a while. Guess I should get them out.
Yeah, I did a big canvas with her stuff.
Yeah.
It's up in my bedroom.
I'm ready to do a big canvas. I'm tired of small canvases.
I bet you are.
Haven't even made anything in a week. I'm being a very, very bad 100 days person. Naughty. Very naughty. Maybe this one again, the periodic table one. Might be interesting. Layers, I think. Let's see about this one.
Well, do this squarely.
So that was the leftovers on the plate with that Trish McKinney brown and turquoise. Pretty, pretty. What have I got over here? Let's put some of these lines on top of this one. Line that. Now I could do a big canvas for 100 days. It would be hard to film though. But
yeah, that's more of a photo. I did do a month-long canvas at one time.
Yeah.
And what I did is I shot what I did each day in the month. Because each day I did something else on the canvas.
I just don't think I'm going to commit to anything anytime soon.
Yeah, no, me either.
I'm really
It's summer. It's summer and I need to do other things.
Yeah. Got medical stuff and yeah. Just too much stuff. Stuff everywhere. I think I'm going to put a little of this pink, which is a very, very light pink, which I consider a neutral. It is. It's a neutral. Don't argue.
I'm not arguing. Not my neutral, but if it's your neutral, that's okay.
It's just, you know, it's so pale. It's a pale, almost white, but not, you know. And besides, blush is a really popular color right now. I know. Let's try this one, this mandala one.
I'm trying to seal these papers in because they're just, you know, they're not meant for painting on. They're just printer paper. So I'm trying to get a coat on this to seal that down. And I realize my book is bigger than my screen.
So see how that came out right there. That isn't really a moment right in that corner.
Shel, did you see Rennie?
No,
She says, don't argue with the color professional. Too
That's
funny.
right. I'm a professional. Can't argue with me. That might be pretty over. No, let's put it on this.
What have I got here? Oh, this is pretty cute. Yeah, let's do him. Let's do him. Why not? Whoops. Then I just dropped my stuff in my lap. Good play.
I got one of those comments the other day on my channel. I just don't understand how come people put layers down and then put more layers on top of them and cover up the other layers.
Yeah. Well,
I have left her a very detailed explanation of what makes
that's
me
good.
layers. It was funny. But
That's good of you to explain.
it's been a while since I got one of those comments.
Yeah.
All right. What else do I have here on the floor that hasn't been put away?
I know there's I follow a gal, she's a relatively famous artist, and her whole process is she puts down a couple of layers that you never see. They're just hidden behind.
Right.
It just gets her flow going.
Yeah. It's like a kickstart.
Yeah.
Get a little kickstart. Yeah. I think most of my layers, little tiny bits and moments of them show through, but the whole point is that, you know, you're trying to get started and get rolling, and then
Well, it's okay. It's collage. So anytime you're doing collage, it's about layers.
yeah.
It's not about the background.
I had a good explanation. Now I'm too distracted to tell you what it was, though.
Uh-oh.
I like to use the letters and numbers on things. I think they're so cool.
Okay, so this is very, very wet. It's going to have to dry down. But I've got a good start. Actually, I've got another piece here that would work. Maybe. I need to cut out some more and continue with my collaging.
Yummy, grungy, grungy, grunge. Love that. That's the type of stuff I really like to get off of the plate. Makes me happy. Happy, happy. What happened to my white? There it is. There's still some interesting stuff on here, though. Oh, that was way too much. Way too much paint. Naughty paint. How dare you come out so fast?
Oh, look at that. That color worked out really well. Oops.
I'll pick up all of that grunge with that. And then let's do something fun with this white. What are we going to do? I don't know. What are we going to do? Maybe some more letters. Because I think they're cool. Oh, that would be a good place to start with this one, I think.
Oh, I don't have a wet rag here today. Oh dear, oh dear.
Oh dear, oh dear, oh dear, oh dear.
Okay, that is crooked as all get out.
Not my fault.
Yeah, you know, it's a journal. I'm not too worried. It's just, yeah. Okay.
Get some of that built up off. Yikesy. Not coming
Okay,
in.
so now that I am this far on this page, I'm going to let this dry and work on something else for a little bit.
What? Things have to dry? I don't understand what you mean.
I know, right?
I did finally finish my piece.
So last week, I was waiting for something else to dry, I think. I had started a couple of those 5x7 canvases. And I'd asked you guys, should I collage, should I paint? And the response was that I should collage the cow and I should paint the pig. So it's painty pig and collagey cow. So that being said, I think I need to get a piece of deli and get my initial sketch here. Just grab a marker. I can see through this. This is not the best one to see through. I wonder if this one's clearer. Yeah, that is a little bit better. I have multiple papers. Yeah. So I should kind of take that down. It's not moving all over. I'm trying to read the chat, and I'm not sure what all the numbers are about.
I'll ask if anybody had a favorite number, and then they went into numbers, all kinds of numbers, and then I don't know after that.
Into symbolism here. Okay.
There's some sort of a number situation. That's all I know.
Okay. So let's see. This is the top of the head. We need some horns. Like so. We need some ears. This is the muzzle. And let's see. Face is coming down this way. Back.
If I would have known it was Earth Day, and I did not, I would have collaged a bee today, because I think the most important thing is that we protect our pollinators. And I even have, that would be a good idea. I don't have time today, but maybe tomorrow.
And bees are in danger.
Wouldn't it be cute to collage a bee on this canvas? I'll do that maybe tomorrow.
That would be fun. That would be
I
good.
have too much Dr. Crap today, but yeah, wouldn't that be cool?
All right, so I need some papers. I need some collage papers. Okay, I'm looking at this and I've got that. Remember the colors from our mood board and the pick-a-stick? That's where the background colors came from for this because I was using the stuff that we had for that. So if I'm looking at, say, this violet and this orangey yellow stuff down here, I should come across and grab some kind of bluish green too. And, you know, I think this will make a nice combination. Okay, so I want some of those yellows and oranges for sure.
Stop wiggling.
Here.
You're so wiggly. Let's bring out this guy again. I really like this stencil. Super cool stencil.
So I'm going to pull out a couple of my trays that have those colors in it. That one is really dark. I think I'll just pull the yellow part of that. Maybe a little of that. Maybe some of that. Okay, so I'm getting my papers here. I also, from the group, like some of this. There's some of that greeny blue. And I like the texture in this. I'm going to pull some of that. And, okay, obviously I don't use much yellow. I'm not finding a lot of yellow in here.
Or maybe you used up all your yellow.
Oh, I've got, that's too thick. Let's find some others in our Art Joy Sharing stuff. Oh, here we go. There's some nice yellow. There's a nice neutral. Maybe some of these. Okay, so I've got a start of the papers I'm gonna start my collage with here. Okay. So now I need to figure out where I want this stuff to go on here. I think I like the texture on these.
Nope. There's some yellow. Shall I mail it to you?
Well, I'm sure I have some around. It's just not jumping into my hand right now. So I like that. I think their horns are kind of neutral. So let me get some of this neutral tone in here for the horns.
Well, this might actually be good for my collage for a bee. I pick this up. It's this color. I don't know when I will get that done.
I come back to that print I was using here. Let me do that and some of that.
Something fun here. Maybe some wallpaper.
Okay, so it's time for me to start doing some gluing. I think I'm gonna
Honey looking things in there.
do some smaller pieces
This one I'm going to pick up with this dark.
over the top here. So let me just get a small glue brush. And start with the gluing. Thanks, Ingrid.
Anything else here? I don't really. Not too many. To print on. Guess I'll stuff something in.
Let's get this face down first. Those are so bright. Let me look somewhere else.
Crusty bits. Yummy crusty bits. Love those. Alright, let's use this stencil again. I'm gonna take some black and some type of a brush. Put this one up. I'm gonna trim for this design. This is a Christy Taylor floral mandala, it's called. And, I got out a bunch of her stencils, whatever I had, to work on the memorial project yesterday because Christy has passed on from COVID. And she was very involved with Stencil Girl, so over there's a memorial project going on. And this is one of hers.
Yeah, very sad. Very sad.
Yeah, I may be depressed.
Yeah.
I thought I was going to have so much fun making the project, and I was like, you know what, this sucks.
Yeah, well, you know, your heart's in the right place. I knew I was going to be too emotional to do it, so I passed.
It's kind of fun. I wonder what interesting pattern I can make. Oh, look at that. That's pretty neat. I'm going to pick that up in a minute. The leftover black that's on my brush is making an interesting pattern on my other plate.
All right, what did I do with it? Oh, here we go.
So I need that to dry is what I need. And I'm going to go this gray. We'll pick it up. That is interesting. It kind of looks like fur, which I need some fur paper, so.
Fur paper. Oh my.
Yeah, but it looks like fur. I mean, doesn't that kind of look like fur?
Yeah, kind of. Kind of, sort of.
I've got a collage I need to work on, so it involves fur.
Oh, covering up my horn. There we go. Okay, so let's see. I want
So is this dry?
a little more on this cheek here.
A little bit longer.
And
What colors do I want? Switch over to some blue.
good.
Why not?
Get in there.
What other texture tools do I have? Buckets and buckets and buckets. Oh my. This one looks fun. It's just styrofoam.
Not sure where this is headed, but it's fun. I'm just gluing paper. You can always glue other paper over the top, right?
Yep. All right.
I did have another.
Still, oh, maybe not dry yet. Might be dry. It's a fun texture. That. This dumb cough. I'm so over it.
Okay.
I'm over this cough. Why isn't it going away? Where's that other color that I wanted? Where is it? This color, yeah. Let's go with that.
Why not?
Why not? This is a cool color. Um, chromium oxide green. I like chromium oxide green. It's kind of almost dull, you know? All right, I need something to just stick these on. Little pieces of tape, 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 tape.
Oh. Ah. Slip sliding away.
Slip sliding away. The more you know something, something, you slip sliding away. Can't remember the words. Oh, I almost got them all at once. That would have been nice. Ooh, nope. You do not wish to agree to that. Excess of the colors there. That's interesting. My eye just started watering like crazy. Can't see.
Oh no.
You know how that happens. I'm like,
Yeah.
can't see nothing. I didn't need to see, did I?
Well, it's kind of important.
Sometimes.
Uh.
I think that's probably dry now. I'll just do one more tapey thing. Because this is kind of fun.
Yeah, I think I need to dry that a little bit. Thanks, Nell. Your cat's pestering you? Yeah. Cats do that, don't they? So do puppy dogs. I don't know if you guys know about Emerald Creek's sale this weekend. They're raising, speaking of earthly things, they're raising money for charity, and they're doing a auction. It's a charity art auction, and I have donated 5 pieces to that. So if you're interested in not necessarily my art, but what other artists have available in that auction, check out Emerald Creek. It's a bid basis, and half of the money goes to the artist's charity of choice, and mine is for this month, since it's April and Autism Awareness Month. I have chosen autism for my charity of choice. So any contributions that are made through purchasing my art will go to autism.
This needs a few more layers, but I think I'm going to work on this one now. It's dry.
So check them out. I'll try to remember to put a link in the description box later. So I'm just gonna cut out a rough draft of my cow here. And I think she started putting up pictures of some of the art on the Facebook page for Emerald Creek. I think she has, and then I think their Instagram has some of the art pieces too. So if you're interested and you want to check it out, do that. I think I want some darker in behind there. So let me get my big brush. Blend out some of that. Into the background.
So I put some dish soap or washing up liquid, whatever you guys want to call it, on this. And I've got these liquid watercolors, which also I got from Christy. She made them custom colors of watercolor. So I'm putting that on my plate. I've already put that dried it's the black is on there, it's dried. So I'm just putting some colors on there. These are bright colors. And I'm just putting them here and there, and then I'm going to let that dry. This is going to be a multiple layer process, I think. And I'll move on to the other one. These are pretty colors. They're very bright. I sort of accidentally mixed that brown up with something else, the green, I think, which made a yuck color. But just paint them on here just to use later. And this extra little bit. I don't like to waste anything, so. I don't know how long it's going to take that to dry. It might be a while. Get the bubbles out.
Oops. Cut. Got my cow cut out on the bottom of my tray. It's going back up the roof. Okay, that should be good enough to glue. Good enough for glue, huh?
Pick up a little bit of it. I don't want to pick it all up, but guess I'll just stop messing with it and go back to my other one that I was messing with.
see. Let's get
All right, I think this is going to need the light colors. Let's go with this weird light yellow color. That's interesting. I didn't know they had metal dies at Dollar Tree. Did you know that,
Wow, I
Peg?
haven't seen that yet.
No.
But I have seen stencils and lots of different papers and things. So yeah, check them out.
Maybe it's the new Tuesday morning.
Maybe.
It's Tuesday morning closed where I live, so.
Well, it was funny. Our Michael's that had closed here has reopened.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Our
So
Michael's
they must have just
closed.
closed during the pandemic, and now they've remodeled, moved everything around, and they're back in business.
Huh. Well, then maybe mine will open back up because ours closed. Too.
It's pretty strange. All of a sudden they were just gone.
Yeah, empty. Like the store was empty. I was down there to go get my COVID shot, and then I'm like, oh, I should go over to Michael's, and bam, empty.
Yeah.
I was like, well, what the heck happened there?
Yeah, it was pretty strange the way they did that. But mine's got a big grand opening thing up. Okay.
Oh, that's what that means. That's fun. Messing around with tape on the gel plate. Look at my fingers. I've got stencil waste printing on my fingers. Like they're dotted. That's
Oh,
hilarious.
funny.
I like that. That's pretty cool. Maybe I'll do another one. This thing isn't dry, I don't think. Not even remotely. I don't know if it's ever going to dry, to be honest. Maybe I'll just pick up a little bit more of the wet. So this piece of paper that I'm picking up is like a dry wax deli paper with writing on it that somebody sent me a letter. And what I can do with this is I can just take my gel plate, now that there's some watercolor on this, different colors of watercolor. If I want to seal that in, I can just take some of this fluid matte medium, put it on my plate, and then do a print with that. Oh, this is still wet, but I'll get my dryer upper. Here we go. Dry it up a little bit. And if I put this layer of, whoops, stop slipping. This layer of matte medium over this, now this piece becomes a collage bit because it's all sealed up with the matte medium. So that's a good way to seal up your paper, is to use your gel plate to do it. And I'll let that dry, and then this is all this watercolor sealed in. Some of the graphite transferred onto my plate. I wonder if I can pick that up. It's pretty cool if I could pick it up. I don't know if it will. We'll try. I have like six pieces of that dry waxed paper. But somebody's writing on it because the person wrote me a letter. And then I figured I could use it in my collage because it's like writing on thin paper. So it becomes collage fodder, right?
Right.
See if I can pick up any of that graphite. Yep, look at that. See?
Yep.
The graphite transferred from that wax paper onto the plate when I was sealing it, and then also some of the watercolor did too. And now I've got this really interesting neutral piece. Super cool. I like it.
Super cool.
There's a little bit left on there, so I'm just going to pick it up with this. No, I don't know if I'm going to get any. Oh, a little bit. A little bit. That's starting to turn into a really cool piece of paper too. Layered gel prints. That's what these are. Okay, let's see if I can pick this up now. Let's see if my idea worked. A little bit of white. It's still wet, so the white's going to turn into something else, but at least it should attach itself to the other paint. You guys probably can't see. Let's see what we get.
Oh, that's too big.
I didn't wait long enough now. She says she's proud of me for my patience for letting it dry. Yeah, it got too muddy, but the idea was cool anyway. It's a good way to use that lace mandala stencil. But it's turned into a neutral. All the colors blended together. I can do the same thing with acrylic. Let's try it again with acrylic. We'll put some black on there first. Of course, I lost my brush. Stuck it in the water. It's over the edge of the. Oh, there's the edge. It's too hot in here. I've got sweat dripping down the back of my neck. It feels creepy. Welcome to Arizona.
Thanks, Barb. We like your stencil.
Barbara, this is L646 from Christy Taylor from Stencil Girl Products. It's called Floral Mandala, and of course, if you purchase this stencil or the other one I was using, the dot diamonds over there on Stencil Girl, it will help Christy's family because they'll still get, you know, the designer money from Stencil Girl. This other one I was using, this one is also her design. Dot Diamonds, I think it's called. It's a mask.
Yeah,
Diamond Dot or Dot Diamond.
to us.
Something like that.
Yeah. Let's see.
So I got a little bit of transfer right there. Look at that. From the stencil transfer that I can add to this one. Just like, you know, it's barely there. It's kind of interesting that way. So it just creates a moment right there on that one. It's probably done with all these, but this one. I don't know. I'll put them over here in the sack. I need to get some bright colors out. Dry, dry. I'll set you aside again and work on this plate for a while. Oh, I have issues. Ooh, way too much. Way too much. Now what am I gonna do? That white just comes out too fast. And I can't put it on the other plate because the other plate's drying.
See how this one's doing. It's still damp. It's cold to the touch. Okay. That's my collage paper mess here. Should have a.
All right, what should we do? Let's do something. Let's do. I don't know. What shall we do? Another homemade texture tool.
I need my brush on a little bit here. Need a water brush. Some of this down. There we go.
Let's pick up the first layer of that. Makes for an interesting texture.
Oh dear.
Yeah.
Black, very black. Watch me ruin some more pens. Maybe I better get a Posca out. Ooh.
print. I like to make stencil prints. Too.
Yeah, 10 minutes, absolutely.
So how much time
Yes,
we
I
have?
have cut up a gel plate, and it's difficult to do. I'm just telling you.
What is difficult?
Cutting up a gel plate.
Oh, tricky. Yes.
Yeah, I did cut one up. I can actually show you some pieces.
Pink, 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 pink. Purple. Light purple. All right, so I'm waiting for this to dry. Now I'm just going to put different colors of paint on there. Ew. Oops. I think I need a new thicker upper paper. Cleaner upper paper. Some orange in the middle. Some yellow. And some pink. And then I just need a nice piece of paper. Didn't quite make that centered. Darn it. Let that percolate a little bit. I'll make sure to get that black paint underneath to come up.
I think those horns need some work.
And then I'm going to pick up this guy with black, I think. No, maybe not. Maybe I want to pick it up with a darker color, but I don't want to pick it up with a suit. Well, I guess black is going to do. Black will do it. Because I got some of that interesting bubbly texture underneath that I want to show up. Guys, all get together and be happy, happy, happy paint. Happy, happy, happy paint. Maybe I'll even pick it up on black paper. No, I'll pick it up on white paper. Okay, you guys get all happy together in there.
Happy, happy, happy.
Yep, that's cool. Pretty paper, pretty, pretty. So that's what the watercolory one was supposed to look like. It didn't. All the watercolor, I was too impatient. All the watercolor just melted together. Like it does, you know. What should I do with this? There's this guy again. I don't know. I'm really liking a white acrylic on black print at the moment. It just seems dramatic. I guess I'm a drama llama.
Well, drama's good. I like drama.
I do too. Sometimes. Sometimes I don't. Oh, here's a printed piece of paper from last week. I can put this on it. I printed that out last week for probably for the show. I'm guessing. Do I have any more of those? I got them look like, oh, maybe here's a little piece that I tore up. Print the rest of this on that. Bye, Ingrid.
Thanks for being here.
Oh yeah, that looks really cool on there. That looks cool on the blue. I have some leftover crusty bits. That just stepped it up a notch, I thought.
Well, we're getting close to the end. I've got a long way to go on this collage piece. And the pig. Still got to paint my pig. But let me show you.
I gotta have show and tell. Because what I needed was more.
This was I had a round one I wasn't really using, and I thought if I was going to cut something up, I'd try it with that. Here's, just a round. I can't really see that. Here's a round piece, or semi. It's not really round, but here's one that I cut out of that. Here's a little bit larger one that I cut out of that. And here's the pie-shaped piece that I cut. Here's a rectangular piece that I cut. And then this is what was left of this is what's left of the other half of the circular one. So yes, you can do it. It's not easy. It does not cut, slice right through. So you don't get a smooth line. I don't know, if maybe if you were cutting it with a cookie cutter or something sharp. I just tried a knife, a utility knife, and that's my results, okay? But I had to try it. Had to try it. I think I did that before they had all these other small ones.
Yeah, now there's so many choices. I don't know that I would need to cut one up.
Yeah, they've got lots of shapes out there now that they didn't have before. So
yeah, all they had was rectangles to start out with.
Yeah. Anyway, there's the Earth Day page I've begun. Needs to dry down so that I can do pen work and stuff over the top. But you can see it's not even dry enough for me to start with a pen on. It's still very, very wet. And then my collage, actually, this would be better if I let it dry for a day and come back and do my pen work on it too, because then I can get in with more fine line detail pens after all of that paper and gel medium dry down. It'll be a lot easier to work. Oops, and I just spilled the bottle that I said I wasn't going to spill.
All right, well, guys, don't forget to give us a like, thumbs up, and if you are visiting us after the show is already over, thank you for watching in the recording, and feel free to leave us a comment, share this if you want to. And that's it for us for today. Thanks for watching, guys. Bye-bye.
Yeah, come and join us. Bye. Oh my gosh, what a mess.